And the Metatron Cube work is something that I've offered for over 11 years. And it first channeled and anchored down through my husband, Yahweh. And the Metatron Cube work started as personal, like one-on-one installations where you actually have the technology installed into your energy field. And this is where it began, and we definitely still offer those sessions, and that has been life changing. I'm not going to go deep into that, but that's kind of where the work came through. Metatron anchored it through with my husband to first help me, and then it has been just really important work to bring out into the world. From there, Spirit taught me that I could use the sacred geometry as a container of a protection and a holder over groups. If I led retreats, I could anchor down a cube, a Metatron cube over the group. And so I started to work with it in that way. And then they showed me that the Metatron Cube attunements, that they would make Metatron cubes filled with certain frequencies of energy and light. And then it was my role to help guide people to connect to those cubes that they've made. And it awakens and it activates energy within ourselves. And so some of us, I've had some people ask me, they're like, how is the Metatron Cube work connected with the galactic work? And what the Metatron Cube work does is it helps us to awaken and activate codes within ourselves. It helps us to hold higher frequencies of light and energy. And as we are shifting as a consciousness, as a collective, as we are evolving, as we are getting ready to have physical contact with our interstellar friends and family, they're a lot higher frequency than we are. And so this technology, I call it a technology, the Metatron cubes, it really helps us to raise our vibration, raise our frequency. It helps us to be able to hold higher frequencies of light without blowing out our nervous systems. And I see it as a tool and a support for us to hold higher frequencies so that when we do so that our physical and energetic systems can handle integrating and being with our star family. So I see it as a tool to help us for open contact and for our own personal growth and evolution. So there it is. And so that is the overview of what this work is, what it's for, and yeah, so we'll just go ahead and jump in. I will go over what this month's theme attunement is. Spirit gives me a new theme each month about what kind of energy the collective needs. So let me read that. So this month's theme is awakening the divine source within. And if you look at the astrology this month, they say that the astrology, and I'm not a professional astrologer. I've studied astrology like on the side, but I'm not a professional astrologer. And so as I'm sharing this, I'm sharing of what I've read from other astrologers. There is a very big new moon in Cancer on Tuesday, and Mercury's retrograde in Cancer. The sun is on top of Mercury, and Cancer is all about home, body, safety, security, nurturing, family, roots. And then we also have Venus on almost conjunct the South Node. So it's like, where have we been extremely hard on ourselves? Where are we releasing maybe old memories, old stories, old things from family or roots have been surfacing. So that's kind of what's going on here. And then, what's it? I think it's July 18th through 25th. We have an alignment. So the inner planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, is all about like our inner and our inside world. And then the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, like a lot of those planets are what's shifting in the collective, and 4 of the outer planets that just shifted into new signs are all going to be at 4 degrees in their new signs, and it creates this cradle. And someone described it as kind of like this energy of something's going to activate, something's going to happen, and then we're going to really start seeing like the shift happen. And so I'm seeing this attunement today is really helping to support us move through these energies and to move through all that is surfacing. All right, so today our attunement is going to be guided by Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Metatron. And I'm just going to read what I wrote here. So there comes a moment on the spiritual path when we stop searching outside ourselves and begin the sacred journey inward. Within each of us exists a living well, a divine source, a reservoir of wisdom, strength, truth, creativity, love, and guidance that has always been present. It has never left you. It is a part of who we are. This July, today, this Metatron Cube Attunement is an invitation to reconnect to that inner well. Through the sacred frequencies of the Metatron Cube and the guidance of Archangel Gabriel and Metatron, this attunement supports the awakening of the divine source within your body, your cells, your consciousness, and your energetic blueprint. And so today we're really going to activate that which is within us. And for those of you who have been here and received these attunements are really about awakening what already exists within ourselves, that everything we need is within ourselves. And we are in this space as a circle of equals, and each of us will guide and lead at different times. So this is just my time to guide and lead through this journey, and knowing that we are all equal and we stand together in a circle, and the healing and the activation that happens today is from the technology, it's from the sacred geometry, it's from you working with the guides. And as I guide you through the journey today, know that I do describe things in a visual way, and I know that not everybody's brain works that way. So please know that during this journey, you may see, sense, feel, or hear in different ways. Even though I'm guiding you through one journey, your mind and the guides might be taking you somewhere completely different. So know that there is no wrong way to experience this, and that you're going to get the exact experience and connection and activation that you need. And so we will just begin the journey, and know that at any time, if it feels too intense, you can ask for it to be more gentle. If it feels too gentle, you can ask for it to be more activating. So you also get to co-create with this process with the guides. And let's see what else. I think that's all I have. You may lie down, sit, however you would like to receive. I will guide you through the journey. Then at the top of the hour, I will guide you into next steps, and then I will end the recording, and then we will go into anyone who is live on the call. We just go into like a deep dive of about 20-30 minutes. If you just want to be witnessed, ask any questions, etc. Alrighty, so I will not have any music on in the background. It wasn't working today, so if you want to put on a little bit of guided meditation music, that's great. I tend not to have music when I'm recording because it can sometimes be hard to hear me. So if you want to have your own music on in the background, that's perfectly fine. Okay. This is also a channeled event, so spirit does channel through me. Light language comes through as well sometimes, so just a heads up. Welcome everybody to this sacred event of awakening the divine source within the Metatron Cube Attunement for this month. We welcome and greet you from the Interstellar Earth Alliance, guides, guardians, angels, here to support you through your own personal evolution and the collective awakening happening within the earth, within each of you, remembering your sacred birthright, your sacred place in the cosmos. And we are delighted to meet and greet each of you today as we journey into this attunement. We will be energetically stepping into the embassy to the Interstellar Earth Alliance. And so we will be guiding you on a journey as we enter into that space, which exists at a higher frequency and octave. And so we will begin the journey inward into the embassy for the attunement. So begin to see, sense, feel, or hear a door in front of you, in your inner eye and your inner vision, a blue door with a gold handle. Some of you have walked through this door many times, and for some of you, this is your first time. So we will go together one step at a time. Just see the door. See if there's any shapes, symbols, or other colors on the door in front of you. This is your first step into the embassy. Gently bringing your hand onto the handle, you will open the door, and on the other side of the door will be your guide. This guide is the key and your guide into the embassy. They will always be with you during your whole journey and any time that you step into the embassy. To begin to greet your guide, they might have a message for you. And then when you're ready, step through the threshold of the door into a sacred hallway or a space between. The guide walks you forward through a sacred walkway. And it brings you to the front of the embassy. And in front of you is a gateway or a door. It's going to look different for each of you. So just stand in front of this threshold, however it's manifesting for you. Allow it to begin to shift and attune your energy to the frequency that you need to be at to step into the embassy. This is done very, very gently, with ease, as easy as breathing. Your body remembers, your energy remembers. And the guide says that you are now attuned to the embassy, and this gateway or this threshold opens. And the guide invites you to step through the threshold into the embassy, into this frequency. And it's going to look and show up different for each of you. And as you are here, allow your guide to bring you into a sacred space in the embassy where you get to receive this attunement today. Being aware of the feelings, the sensations, the sights, the smells, any sounds that you hear or see or sense. And wherever you are in the embassy, in that sacred space with your guide, go ahead and either sit or lay down in that space. Your guide is next to you. Your guide begins to do an energy clearing on you, beginning at your crown, and then moving down through your energy field, through your physical body and your energy pathways in your body, through the chakras, through the endocrine system, and through the nervous system, clearing and preparing the body and the energy anatomy to be able to open and receive this attunement today. Clearing away any sludge, old beliefs, any attachments, anything that's not yours. Just clearing. You don't need to do anything other than just receive and take deep breaths. Continuing to breathe as this clearing is continuing to take place. Deeply feeling the Fae energy here as well, helping. Thank you. Okay, that is complete. Thank you. Now I feel that Archangel Metatron and Gabriel are by your side. I'm feeling this attunement as very masculine today, providing that deep protection and containment of safety for us to really deeply receive. But there's also a deep softness here. Place your hand on your solar plexus. And Archangel Metatron is going to place his hand over your hand. If you can, place your other hand on the back of your solar plexus. If that is not doable for your body, that's no problem. Just visualize that. And Gabriel is going to place his hand on the back of your solar plexus. You have your physical hands there, and then they energetically have their hands on top of yours. As a reminder, nothing is getting installed, but the cubes will be moving through your energy body today, but they will not stay there. So there is a cube that will be going into a Metatron cube, a sacred, multi-dimensional Metatron cube that is gently going to be placed into your solar plexus just for this attunement. And just taking big deep breaths. You might feel some movement or activation in the solar plexus area, the belly, and the middle back. Remembering to breathe. Physically, maybe feeling the lungs and the sides of the body expand with deep breaths. So the cube is going to begin to activate that well and that source within your solar plexus. A well of divinity and your inner power. Golden light of activation. They're saying you may remove your hands now and relax them down. They're going to continue to keep their hands on the front and the back of the area around your solar plexus. And the Metatron Cube is attuning, moving, bringing divine frequencies into the solar plexus area. They're saying to breathe in through the nose deeply and out through the mouth. Breathe in life, and on the exhale, release the old. Bring in new life on the inhale. Releasing the old through the exhale. Continuing to do these deep breaths. Receiving on the inhale. Releasing on the exhale. The cube is now going to expand, and it's going to encompass your whole torso. It's strengthening, it's receiving. There is a sacred portal opening up within each of us. A portal that we now have access to. A portal that our bodies can now hold. A portal that is our divine source within us. To not only nourish our mind and our body, and the energy anatomy, but it will also help sustain us through the changes that are happening. And it will help you hold your center, and it will help nourish you in times of great change. This is a very, very exciting time. But it doesn't mean that it is not difficult and challenging. Please know that this well will help nourish and support you during those times of challenge and growth as the new earth births itself through us and together as a collective. Birth is messy. It can be painful. It can be blissful. But just know that you are on the right timeline, the right track, and you have everything you need within you to awaken, to support yourself, to serve in this galactic awakening, and to step into who you have come here to be. The cube is now going to expand around your whole body. I still see that Metatron has his hand on the front of the solar plexus and Gabriel on the back. So the cube is now going to move and awaken the entire chakra system, allowing this portal of light beginning to move its way through the chakra system, through the nadis in the body, through those energy highways. Around into the edge of your energy field. Just breathing as this movement and activation and flowing takes place. They're saying that it is your divine right to have access to this energy within you. It is now time for you to receive it. To utilize it for your evolution, your health, your well-being, and your service to humanity and beyond. So begin to either visualize or you can physically open your hands. Just begin to connect your hands with the Metatron cube around you. However you see, sense, feel, or hear this, you can physically open up your arms and just begin to feel the energy connect to that sacred geometry around you. And then also feel that connection through the soles of your feet. Connecting your soles of your feet and feeling that. Feeling the cube and the sacred geometry around you. And allow that light to begin to fill into the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. And also feel it through the crown of your head, connecting your light from the crown to the cube, connecting, allowing that light to waterfall into the crown, down the spinal column, connecting your light tail and your roots from the base of your spine, connecting that to the cube, Metatron cube. And really using your own intuition and curiosity to feel the energy, to feel the light around you, within you, to connect with this sacred geometry. You can ask it questions, you can make requests. So using this time for you to connect with this Metatron cube around you that is here. The cube is now going to expand more past your energy field. So see it expand as if someone as if a balloon was getting more air and being expanded. And allow that expanded space now around you to expand and awaken your own frequency, your own energy field. And now, as the cube is expanding, expand your awareness and your connection to it. Allow your own energy and your own frequency to expand with the Metatron cube around you. Beginning to feel, and now you get to consciously choose, see, sense, feel, or hear how you want to expand your frequency and your energy field. You have the space to do so. Allowing that portal of light that awakened and opened within you to help support as you expand and you stretch. As if you were waking up from a long nap and your whole body and your energy field wants to just get a nice stretch and open, maybe further than you have felt comfortable in the past, or maybe further than you thought you could expand your energy and your light, knowing that you are contained in a safe space, but within that space you can expand and you can open. You can create more space for yourself. And notice if you feel like you're expanding maybe only in the front. See if you can expand equally behind yourself as well, above and below. Are you in the center of the Metatron cube? Maybe you're more forward or in the back. See how you can be in the center and expand. Maybe expand behind you. Maybe the whole back side of you hasn't expanded yet. So expand the back energy body in all the way around to the expanded Metatron cube around you. And this will show us how we've been sitting in our energy field. Sometimes we're sitting in like at the front or the back of our energy field and maybe not the center. So here we're expanding our full selves, our full energy field in with the cube. Just continuing to take nice deep breaths. And just notice how this feels within you as you are expanded. Notice anywhere that might feel sticky. Notice anywhere that's maybe completely opening with ease. There's no right or wrong, just feeling and noticing. And maybe anywhere that does feel a little sticky or tight, you ask the cube and you ask Metatron and Gabriel to help you expand that, to remove any stickiness. In a world where we might not be able to feel like our full selves, we can hear. Can really expand our energy in a safe way. Okay, now that we've expanded, we're going to really gently bring our energy back. So wherever your arms are, like straight above your head, out to your sides, like bringing your energy field back in to where it's just that the length of wherever your arms are around your body, and about a foot below the bottom of the soles of your feet. So you had that expanded space. So bring it in a little bit. The cube is still expanded, but just bring in your awareness and bring in your field. And now feel that space around you that you have created in your fields around your body. And you can feel that space between you and the Metatron Cube. Should be a lot of space in between you all now. Just feeling that. When we expand our energy, when we expand our field as we did, we're able to hold more light, more frequency in our physical body. Because every time if you blow up a balloon, and then you take the air out, it is still a little bit more expanded than it was the first time. And when you blow the balloon up again, it expands, and every time it contracts and it comes back down to its relaxed state, it's still more expanded than it was before. Expanded in the amount of light you can hold, the amount of your own energy that you can bring down from the higher frequencies. Metatron is going to gently start to bring the cube in, and it's going to very slowly shrink down again into the solar plexus area. They're going to release the cube from the solar plexus, and they're now going to place it in through the crown of your head. And this is going to move, it's going to start in the crown and the third eye. And it's going to work on DNA activations, beginning at the crown and the third eye. And it starts in the energy field and the energy system, and then that talks to the cells and the DNA. And now it's going to move down into the throat chakra. And down into the heart space. So here in the heart space is going to connect that well, a portal that opened up in the solar plexus of that divine light, beginning to bring and connect that in through the heart space. The heart space is where we connect with our multidimensional self into platforms of light. This is truly where first contact begins, is in, and how we connect is through the heart space. And so they're just connecting this portal almost like energy highways where it can sustain and open into the heart space, into the high heart. Gently placing your hands on your heart space. Just breathing as this light is expanding into the chest, into the high heart, into the physical heart, into the whole upper chest, up into the collarbones. Sometimes when I'm receiving this energy in my heart space, I move into the breathless state. So sometimes that can happen. You might find yourself not wanting to breathe. You just go into this quiet, breathless state for a few moments. So let's take 3 deep breaths here. Just inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. And on that exhale, the cube gently moves down through the solar plexus. It breathes and it expands around this new well, this portal of light. And as you exhale, it gets smaller again and it moves down into your sacral. Not only just balancing the chakra system, but again, opening and talking to your DNA and your cells. Everything expanded so they're able to hold more light, more of your light, your essence, the truth of who you are. And we breathe that down into the root, the base of the body. Breathing down into the lower pelvic floor. And breathing down your legs to the soles of your feet. You're still working on the root, just taking big deep breaths into the lower belly, all the way down through the base of your body. The cube releases through the root. And they let us know that the attunement is now complete. Metatron gently brings the cube back up into the ethers, into the higher frequencies of light. They're inviting you to gently place one hand on your forehead and the other one at the base of your skull, which we call the mouth of God. Just breathe as your own touch completes this attunement and this session today. And on the next exhale, you can gently relax the arms and the hands down. I see Metatron and Gabriel bowing and inviting you to give them gratitude and thanks for the work today that they offered us and guided us through. And bring your awareness into where you are in the embassy, and your guide is next to you. And the guide gently invites you to, if you're lying down, to sit up, and then just slowly make your way to standing. Again, we are visualizing this in our inner eye. Before we leave, just taking in however you are seeing, sensing, feeling, hearing, or smelling the sacred space of the embassy. As you gently walk to the threshold with your guide, and giving gratitude to this beautiful space, as you gently step out to the walkway, and your guide takes you to the blue door with the gold handle. And the guide opens the door for you, and give them your love, your gratitude. And the guide stays on this side of the door, but you go ahead and you walk through the threshold back to the other side. You gently bow at the guide, knowing that this door and this guide is always here for you at any time. And the door is gently closed, and you bring your awareness back to where you are in your physical body, beginning to gently wiggle your physical fingers and your toes, and beginning to roll your wrists and your ankles. Maybe even rub your hands on the soles of your feet together. And when you're ready, we'll just come back together. So this is the completion of our time of the attunement. So if you joined us here, go ahead and please stay on the call, because we're going to have a deep dive live. And before we go, or if you are joining us on the recording, I did want to speak about 3 important things that are happening, maybe 4. The first is I'm only offering these free attunements for 2 more months, because then starting in September, I'm leading a self-attunement training where you can learn how to give yourself these attunements. Divine Mother really called me to offer these for almost 2 years, and I'm deeply being called to transition to just helping to build the nonprofit and really focusing our work going forward. And deeply preparing people connecting with their star family. So stuff will still be offered, it's just going to change in the way it is being offered. So I will be doing this for August and September. But the reason that I am offering the training in September is so that I can continue to pass down this knowledge to you so that you know how to access and give yourself attunements. And so I will send that link to the attunements in the email that I send out with the recording. So I'd love to have you. That's a 12-week training, and starting September 12th and going through the fall. So that is the first announcement. The second one is we have a big eclipse coming, 2 big eclipses coming in August. And the Pleiadians asked me to do a 3-series activation for the eclipse, the first quarter moon, and the second eclipse in August. So I'll send you the details to that. It's just 3 one-hour activation sessions, and I'm really excited about that. And then finally, I am leading a retreat to Mount Shasta in July of next year, and I'm just putting together that itinerary. So if that's something you're interested in, I have an interest list, and this is small, so I'm having 8. I have spots for 8 for the retreat next July, so I'm very excited. It's a galactic activation retreat to Mount Shasta. So those are the announcements, and if anything calls to you, I would love to have you join us. I'm here to help support you. The embassy is here to help guide you, and I am so honored and grateful to be able to provide these attunements to you. So thank you for joining us. If you're joining us watching the recording, and for those who are live, we'll step on to our next steps.